Welcome in everybody to Betting Pros. It's time to place your bets. It is me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia, and this is BP NFL. It's time to look ahead to Thursday night football this week. We got a good one too. The Lions taking a couple losses lately, not looking so great, possibly without their big star Amon-Ra St. as of recording this. And of course, the Dallas Cowboys on a bit of a roll, starting to feel pretty good about themselves, rattling off some W's. And Scott Bogman and I are going to pick apart the bets for this game. We had a pretty good Thanksgiving special, I gotta say, Boggs. Pretty damn good there. We also had a very entertaining Black Friday where we made some money too. We were on the Bears, and that was a good place to be. So I want to keep that train rolling, and I apologize in advance to the listeners, especially and the watchers, because we're getting some roof work done. So if you hear intermittent hammering, it's not some sort of weird art project I've got going on in the background or something like that. It's the necessary work, and there it is, just on cue. I feel like Bill Murray and Scrooge when he's just asking everyone to please stop the damn hammering box. But I guess that's the season we're in. It is Christmas time, right?
Yeah, look, everybody needs to have their roof replaced at some point. So that's what's happening right now. So, get it fixed. We'll be okay. We can hear a couple hammers. No big deal. Everybody's done that before.
That's right. A little hammering, a little knocking around, but, eventually keep the snow out. And that's a good thing. No snow, no rain inside the house. I
don't know anything about snow, Joe.
I know.
Texas and Arizona.
So. Yeah, seriously. Whatever. All right. I don't know if you know about free stuff, but we're giving away a signed A.J. Brown helmet for free from pristineauction.com. All you need to do is head over to bettingpros.com/contest, complete the form, and either download the Betting Pros app, leave a review of the Betting Pros podcast, or subscribe to our social media channels at Betting Pros on X, on TikTok, and Betting Pros NFL on the IG. The more actions you complete, the more entries you'll receive, and we'll be announcing the winner right here on the channel. So make sure you flip those on, ring that bell till it goes ding, so you can claim your prize and never miss an episode of Betting Pros. All right, Boggs, let's take a look at the tail of the tape here. And we've got the Dallas Cowboys, 6-5-1, stupid ties. They're the worst. Against the Detroit Lions, 7-5. The Cowboys are plus 3.5 right now. That's at minus 119. Detroit minus 3 right now is the best line you can find on BP. Over 53.5, under 54.5. Those are the best numbers you're going to find. And plus 152 on the Dallas money line. I'm keeping this simple, Boggs. I like the way the Dallas offense is played. It's in a controlled environment, indoors. I'm still, Dan Campbell continues to find ways to mismanage games when they matter most. He just does. I've had it with
You're
that
right.
guy.
That was your big talking point earlier this week on
I'm almost over it. It's been a week. This is my last time that I'm going to talk about it, but it leads me to Dallas at plus 3.5. I jumped on this line right away. Erickson and I talked about it on the early look ahead show. Boggs, what are your thoughts on this one? How do you approach it?
Yeah, I'm all over Dallas here with you as well. And look, these two teams have been playing in opposite directions recently, right? Detroit has been on their downturn and the Cowboys have been peaking here. So I'm big on the Cowboys this week, and I like the over here as well. Plus something that you were probably not thinking about too much because it's a Thursday night game. Both these teams have full rest. They both played on Thanksgiving Day. This is the one Thursday game in the season where you get fully rested teams coming in here. Now, it's late in the season. They're both, banged up. They got injuries to deal with, of course. But Detroit is the worst side on that. I see the only advantage that Detroit really has right now is that they're at home in this game. That is their one advantage here, and that's not enough for me to get behind them, specifically with this hook. 3.5 is what I want to get this game at if you still can. If it falls below that, I don't know. Home cooking can be weird sometimes, specifically in this game. So I'll probably pass on it if it's less than 3.5. But with that hook, I think you got to be on the Cowboys here. And I think money line is not a bad play either. But if I'm betting, I like getting that hook. So the over as well. Like the Cowboys are 8-4 to the over. The Lions are 7-5. So yes, I'm missing a big star, but I still think they have a lot of firepower with Jameson and Jahmyr Gibbs as well. So I think they'll be able to put up the points, but this Cowboys offense is peaking right now. It is the best offense in the league. It has been putting points on everybody. And, now that they figured out Pickens can really be a true number one, this offense looks amazing right now. It's tough to stop. And they made improvements on the defense as well, and they're working right now.
Yeah, they are. Look, I think Dallas feels a little bit, maybe, sometimes a tragedy brings the team together. I think you're getting a little bit of that too. Where guys are starting to come together a little bit. And And I think seeing the Eagles continuously, lose recently is encouraging
It's
for them.
inspiring.
It is inspiring as well, where you feel like maybe we are kind of in this thing at the end of the day. Like maybe this division isn't gone and we have a shot at it after all. All right. We're going to break down the props in just a second. I want to remind everybody we're brought to you by Hard Rock Bet. Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app is the only legal sportsbook for wherever you're in the state of Florida. It's also live in Arizona, as Bobby mentioned, where it's hot, where, the roofs are made of different materials there. Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, and Colorado. All of those are available and coming soon. More states will happen there. And of course, big news, Hard Rock is going to be live now in Michigan starting on December 2nd. So that just went live yesterday. So that's pretty exciting. Now sign up today. You bet your first $5 bet. If it wins, you get 150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings. And that's easy. You just bet, the best team in the league to win at home. And boom, there you go. Easy money that I guess got you 150 in bonus bets. You're welcome, Uncle Joe. All right. Plus, you also get $200 bonus spins, by the way, when you go check out the casino portion as well. And new customers can get up to $1,000 back in cash bonus if you are up in the first 24 hours and play in the slots. So all this is available, including the legendary reward drops every single Thursday. It's like gifts under the tree, baby. So whenever you're listening, just open up the app and check out what's going on, whether it's the casino or the sports betting. Everything's happening in the Hard Rock Bet, and you should be there as well. Download the app today. All right, Boggs, let's take a look here at Dak Prescott, 269.5 passing yards. I'm on the over, and so are you.
Yeah, the dude is on fire, right? Detroit's secondary has been getting torched recently as well. Dak's been over 302 games in a row. Pickens and Lamb are peaking. The last 3 weeks, Detroit has specifically been bad against the pass, 28th in passing yards allowed. Terrion Arnold is a big question mark in this game as well. So, projections for everything I've seen have Dak over this as well. This one just seems pretty simple. I think the Dallas offense moves through the pass with Lamb and Pickens. I think they're going to continue to do that against Detroit on the road here.
All right, next up here we have George Pickens, who we were just talking about, over 5.5 receptions there. So we're going over on that one as well. Let's talk about why, because if we're talking about streak-wise, he's certainly on that path.
Yeah, look, this dude has been on fire, and the juice is bad on this because of it. It is minus 125, but I try to stay below minus 130 on these picks here. But he's hit this in 5 straight with a minimum of 9 targets in those games. Arnold is questionable, and even if he plays, he should be on Lamb anyway. He's by far their best corner right now. So I just think Pickens, and again, projected over on everything I've seen. I think Pickens is peaking right now. I think he's playing better than CeeDee Lamb, which is a hard thing to do, even though CeeDee Lamb is amazing. They're both very, very good. They have 2 number 1s on this team. So this is just the way the offense should move because it's working. So over 5.5, I think should be pretty easy for Pickens.
All right, let's get to David Montgomery. The number for him is 50.5 rushing and receiving yards combined. So we know Jahmyr Gibbs had some monstrous games here in the month of November going into December now. So what does that mean for Montgomery's combined total?
Yeah, so I wanted to do rushing total, just full transparency here, because yesterday was 38.5. It dropped 5 yards to 33.5 overnight, Joe. So obviously a lot of people on that one, but Dallas is second in the NFL the last 3 weeks in rushing yards allowed. Under 10 rushing attempts for David Montgomery 3 straight weeks, under 25 snaps in those weeks as well. And he's only had more than 2 catches twice this season. Dallas scores points, which should lead to more passing from Detroit, which probably leaves David Montgomery out of this game a little bit more. Dallas also second in rushing attempts against the past 2 weeks because they put points up. In the last 3 weeks, Detroit is 26 in rush attempts per game. So I just think that David Montgomery's path to this is very narrow. He's getting fewer touches, and he's not like a guy that's going to break off a big play. He will every once in a while, but that is more what Gibbs does for Detroit. So I just think under 50.5 total with him losing snaps and them potentially having to play from behind and probably having Gibbs in more leads me to think that he will be under 50.5. I wanted to get below 38.5, but below 33.5, it's not quite as appealing. That's all.
All right, let's switch backfields here to the Dallas Cowboys and Javonte Williams. His number is 79.5 when you combine the rush and the receiving yards. Do you like that as the over?
I do, and that's this one. Look, he's hit this total between rushing and receiving in 9 of 12 games so far this season, and he's done it 7 times with just rushing yards. Detroit is 24th the past 3 weeks in rushing yards allowed, 131.7, and Javonte is 9th in the league in touches per game, averaging 20 touches per game. So I think this total is somewhat low for Javonte Williams. And look, if you protect the pass against Dallas, which is what you should do, you're going to give up chunk plays to Javonte. This offense is humming right now. So I think we're just going to see a lot of yards from the Cowboys in this game.
All right, let's talk about Jameson Williams too, because obviously he stepped up in a big way last week on Thanksgiving when Amon-Ra was out. I would think a lot of people would be going for some of his yardage totals or even receptions, but you're looking specifically for that longest reception again. Why that one at 28.5 and that over and supposed to maybe the over on the total reception yards?
I just think this one is safer, honestly, with the way Jameson Williams plays, right? He's hit this in 4 of the past 5 weeks. He had 10 targets last week with Amon-Ra down, and he is very iffy for Thursday Night Football tomorrow. And Dallas has allowed 39 20-plus yard pass plays. That's 26th in the NFL, and 11 over 40. That's almost 1 a game, and they are dead last in the NFL in allowing big explosive plays. So the improvements that the Cowboys made were along the front, right? We got Quinnen Williams in there. They traded for Kenny Clark, right? Those are the improvements that they made to stop the run, not to stop the pass. The back end is still leaky. So I think that specifically with Dallas putting up these points, Jameson being a big explosive playmaker, and this being at 28.5, which, like I said, he's hit this in 4 or 5. The only game he didn't hit was a game where he caught no balls, right? And everybody was so mad. Can I drop Jameis? Can I get rid of Jameis? Blah, blah, blah. And we're all, no, you can't do that. He's still one of the better scorers in the league at wide receiver. So I just think a big play is probably going to happen, and I think Detroit's going to have to take shots late. So I think you add those two things up, and it should give us a big play from him. And I got my longest reception on Watson on Thanksgiving. So feeling pretty good about these recently.
There you go. Let's roll that over. And again, if you want more help with the props, go to the prop bet cheat sheet, download the BettingPros app, and you're going to find it, or just go to bettingpros.com/props and you'll find the prop bet cheat sheet right there for the best value. It's rank all of the props there in every game, the difference between the fantasy projections and the prop lines, and that's going to find you the best place to make those bets. So that's what it's all about. Sync your sports books for free. Get all the value you possibly can by using the BettingPros app and all the tools like the prop bet cheat sheet. And you can also use the same game parlay builder as well. And that's what we're going to do right now. Use the SGP tool. We're going to make a little prop here. We're going to go Dallas Cowboys with that +3. So I'm going to tempt fate a little bit. I mean, honestly, I kind of like just Dallas to win outright. So if you're
money line isn't bad either. Yeah, I just think in betting, if you're going to give me that hook, I'm looking for it. That's all.
I'm all about it. If you can get the hook still too, great. You take the 3, take the 3.5, whatever you can find there. If you can take the +152 on the money line, if you want to go that, go for it. And I'm also taking the over on the Dak Prescott yardage, 268.5 is what I found it at there. So put those two things together, you get +185. Is it a huge number? No. But if you switch it over to the money line, it goes up significantly. So that's just something to keep in mind here as you're looking to make your parlays for the night. And in terms of touchdowns, finding the end zone, I'm going with George Pickens, +120. I can't believe I'm getting +120 on Pickens. I thought that was kind of crazy. I thought it would be closer to even, if not minus money, with the way he's been playing lately. So
we
I'll
switched our
Pickens,
names. Actually, I'm taking George Pickens because our names are flipped here. You wrote yours and mine. I didn't even realize it until you said it, but I love your pick because I almost picked yours.
I love your pick. I was going to say, but I really like your pick better. I did this like yesterday, and then the roof came off my house, and it's been banging around. So I kind of, but no, it's true because it's my, so let's switch them around. So you know what?
Yeah.
We both like both of these because I was literally going to say the same, but you know what? I kind of like yours better, Boggs. I'll be honest with you.
I like mine too. It's +125 for Pickens, but
so take your +125 for Pickens here.
I like your number 2. It's +155 for Tesla. And this is what Tesla does, right? When he's in there, he scores. We're projected AJ Brown to be down. Did you see the snap percentage?
AJ Brown, where he gets a free helmet.
Sorry,
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
They're also working on my roof. But look, did you see the snap percentage for Tesla after Amon-Ra went down? 92% last week. So again,
he's a good player. He's got a lot of talent.
If they're going to be playing from behind as well, like we think, I think Tesla is with no sun god. I think what we have here is we have him good for yardage, for his longest reception, and for a touchdown. I think all of those are in play for Tesla. We just didn't have numbers yesterday. I think the numbers that I just saw on Tesla is 35.5 receiving yards. Now he's projected under right now because those projections are with Amon-Ra playing. But I think with Amon-Ra sitting, projections are going to raise him a lot. Remember, no Sam Laporta as well.
Yeah, so, but you also got like that Kennedy kid they brought up for the practice squad.
And Kennedy's good
a little bit too, and he's all right. I feel if I'm betting Tesla, it's the touchdown.
It's
because
the touchdown.
Been that guy even in the red zone because I think he's that playmaker guy. He's the guy that gets loose. I
think all the numbers are going to be too low if he plays 90% again, and I think he goes over most of them. So
that was funny though, because I mean, I did put my pick in your name, and I was like,
I didn't even realize it.
I just like that Tesla one.
I just put mine in. I didn't even really realize. I just filled in the blank spot, and it was under your name.
Pickens is good too. So. Look, they're all good. So bet them all. Bet them all. Have some fun and subscribe to the channel as well. We made it through with limited hammering. And I'm grateful because my head is pounding, and I need to go lay down, take an Advil.
We need limited Advil over here.
Seriously, at this point. But again, good luck, everybody. Have fun Thursday night football. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on for Scott Bogman. I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.